It's 9, welcome back to another video, and today we have a lot of PlayStation news to cover, and most of this is in regards to the PlayStation Games event happening on Thursday, June 11th. Before we get into that, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and hit that notification bell to not miss any of my uploads in the future. So let's get right into it. So Gran Turismo trademarks filed on the original date of PS5 event. This comes from Push Square, and it reads briefly, evidence is mounting for the announcement of the next Gran Turismo game for PS5. A few weeks ago, racing peripheral maker Next Level Racing seemingly outed the existence of Gran Turismo 7 in a social post. The company said it was a fan-made logo, and they denied any knowledge of the next installment in Sony's long-running simulation series. Fast forward to now, and PlayStation has been busy neatening up its trademarks for the hallowed racing franchise. In Argentina, Sony Interactive Entertainment has renewed trademarks for the Gran Turismo name, the GT logo, and Polyphony Digital, developer of the series. What's perhaps most interesting about this, though, is that these trademarks were all filed on 4th of June 2020, the original date of the PS5 Games Reveal event. So that's it, people. This kind of confirms that Gran Turismo 7 will be at the PS5 Games Revealing event. I mean, there's a chance it wouldn't be, but I think there's a very, like 99% chance that I would say that Gran Turismo 7 makes an appearance on Thursday. And if not, it's still in development. I mean, it's gotta be. Gran Turismo is their racing simulator, lots of fans. As I said on my last video, that it would surprise me if we didn't see a follow-up anytime soon, being that sport was so long ago. On to the next piece of news, which is in regards to the God of War developer. So this comes from PSU.com. Titled, God of War developer's next game to feature complex narratives and strong character arcs. For the sake of time, I'm going to just break down what the most important things said in this article are. There were two job postings. One of them states, we are seeking a lead narrative designer. If you love collaborating with talented developers to create defining games, join us as we embark on a new journey. The ideal candidate not only has deep knowledge of writing complex narratives for games, but is capable of executing the narrative within the game through the intended player experience. This individual will be responsible for architecting and designing the narrative systems which realize the game director's vision. The second one reads, the ideal candidate has a mastery of storytelling and deeply understanding the marriage between gameplay and narrative. This individual will be responsible for crafting powerful storylines, strong character arcs, and compelling dialogue while maintaining an equal focus on building and developing the writing team. Alright, so this would lead me to believe that, well, we already know God of War 2 is a given, or God of War, I guess what would be 5, is a given. It would shock me if they didn't follow up God of War. It would be unreal to do something like that. Now, what would shock me is if God of War 2 had a showing at the PS5 Games event. I feel like that would be a wrap. Like, that would be the news of the day for the next, 4 months. That would be the topic that everyone's talking about, because God of War had such critical acclaim. It was praised. It had so many good things going for it. I know a lot of people loved it and were excited about it. I enjoyed it. It was a great game. So this would be really an ace for Sony to be able to show this game at their event. I would say there's probably a toss-up. I'm going to say 50-50 chance that we see this game. Just because it seems kind of soon to be able to show it. I mean, it certainly can't be ready for launch or for first year of PS5's launch. It doesn't seem like it's possible to have it up this soon, especially with the fact that there are job postings. So I think that it's unlikely that we're going to see it at this event on Thursday, but I think it could be coming sooner than we think. This next one comes from PSU.com as well. Titled, Resogun developer Housemarque's biggest game will be PS5 launch title. Now, this is a rumor, and it's stated that this game is going to be published by Sony, and it's also going to be a PlayStation 5 launch title. So there's a quick blurb in here that I think is pretty important, and it'll kind of let us dive deeper into this. Now, here goes. Though we have no idea as to what sort of game this could be at this point, the very fact that Housemarque placed its long-in-development Battle Royale effort Stormdivers on hold before assembling the biggest team it has ever seen suggests that we are in for something special. All right, so yeah, man, this is crazy because they did make Resogun. It was a launch title for PS5, and now they've put a game on hold, and I could totally see this. This could be something that happens where they basically, first of all, published the game, and it is a PS5 launch title, kind of recreating the events that happened with the PS4. And that's kind of a pattern I noticed going forward with this PS5 launch that's coming, kind of recreating those critical points that they had with the PS4 launch. Now, I think it'll be very interesting to see what they're creating. I don't think it'll be a Resogun type game, especially because it is the biggest team they've ever had. So, I am very intrigued, and I definitely do think this will make appearance on Thursday at Sony's Games Event. These next two come from PSU.com as well, but these ones don't relate to the games event happening on Thursday. This one is in regards to Naughty Dog. Of course, we know that Last of Us Part 2 is happening very, very soon. This article is titled The Last of Us Part 3 or a New IP Will Be Naughty Dog's Next Title. And the gist of it is that Neil Druckmann says, as you start wrapping things up creatively, there are fewer and fewer responsibilities, and my mind can't help but think about the next thing. So yeah, the next thing could be a Part 3, the next thing could be some new IP. Personally, I would absolutely love to see Naughty Dog do something different. Something out of the realm of realism, right? So, Uncharted was great. I loved Uncharted. And Last of Us is great. Loved The Last of Us. I would love to see them go in a sci-fi direction. I think it would be interesting to see what they can do with that. Of course, we had Crash Bandicoot and Jak and Daxter and all that. But I mean, like, taking some realism and then just, like, science fiction and seeing what they can do with that because they're so good at storytelling. And it would be very interesting to see kind of the product that comes out in the end. So that's very interesting news for anybody who's a Naughty Dog fan, which there should be a ton of you, and a Last of Us fan because they could be making a Part 3. How crazy would that be if that was their next game? This last article, also coming from PSU.com, is titled Bungie's New IP is a comedic RPG loot shooter according to new job listings. So we know Bungie has been working on Destiny for a very long time, and they did have partnerships with PlayStation, especially with the PS4, that were long-time partnerships, to say the least. I've been wanting to see Bungie get away from Destiny. Not completely, like they can still work on the game, but I've been wanting to see what else they can create. They were a long-time Halo developers, and finally they started developing Destiny, which was an incredible experience, especially with Destiny 1. So I'm very curious of just what they're going to do going forward. Guys, as usual, all these articles that we discussed will be in the description below for you guys to check out for yourself, as I briefly covered them all, and there's some of them are just very long. As always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think these rumored games are going to make an appearance on Thursday? What do you think of The Last of Us Part 3? Would you rather have a Last of Us Part 3, or would you rather get a new IP from Naughty Dog for their next game? Are you interested in Bungie's next game as well? I mean, I guess there isn't really much to say about that. Let me know in the comments. As always, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos. Follow me on Twitter, link is in the description. Share this video with a friend, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.
Certain sections of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on two separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve a new dimension in sound impossible to obtain in a monaural recording.